Hi, I haven't been here on YouTube lately. I've been doing classes and traveling and all sorts of fun things like that, but I hope that you are happy to see a new layout here. I'm definitely happy to bring you one. So today I am jumping into some recent photos from a trip, and I'm going to be using one 5x7 print. Oh, it's just smaller than 5x7. It's just about 5x7. And I'm using papers from the Glitter Girl project pad, which is kind of like the 12x12 paper pads, but a little bit different in that you used to just get 2 of each A side. That was all it was. And this is more of a mix, so you get a mix of cardstock, including the pink that I'm going to use today. It's a nice linen texture in the different colors, and then a selection of both A and B sides and some special papers. So, for example, if you buy this paper individually, it doesn't have glitter. If you buy the project pad, it has glitter. Yeah? And there are some full glitter sheets there as well. So just flip through quickly. Some of them have glitter. Some of them have holographic finish on the top. Like these, the lenses are a little bit reflective where they aren't on the normal pattern if you buy it individually. So just a little bit of a different option. The unicorns there are sparkly. Some gold glitter there, and then 2 sets of stickers. This gold and turquoise alphabet that's only in the project pad, and then this version of the stickers, which is similar to the 6x12 sticker sheet, but the 6x12 sticker sheet is a matte cardstock with the holographic. This is a glossy white, and it's not quite as thick. It's not super thin, but it's just not quite as thick as that matte cardstock sticker. The color, because this is glossy versus the matte, the darker colors here are really rich, where they're a little bit more muted on the matte. Just 2 different ways to look at it. I suppose I could show it to you right side up. I have no idea why I didn't do that. There we go. Anyway, so I've chosen some papers to go with this today. I'm not sure if I'm going to pull more from the project pad or not. I'm starting, this is the second layout I'm making on a new album from the trip that we just took. Just come back from 2 weeks at Disney World. And I'm purposely making a decision in this album to use a lot of white. And if you're a long-time viewer, that's going to be crazy talk. Because for a long time, white cardstock has been my absolute nemesis. But over the last 6 months, I've really taken the time to get to know white cardstock, and while I still don't have an interest in a whole album on white cardstock, I'm just starting to get along with white on pages a little bit more. That's all it is. So I was noticing while I was taking photos on this trip that I was looking for a lot of white in my pictures, having no thought to do with pages. I just was noticing that I was doing that. So I thought maybe it would work out well to put that through the album. Now I'm only 2 pages in, so I may get 5 pages in and go, you know what? Nope. White is still not my thing. But while it's kind of fresh in my mind, I'm just going to follow that lead for this album. I don't want to change all my albums. I just want to do this one. Now, this photo is not one that I took. This was taken by Alexandra Royer, who you can find on Instagram at Alexandra Royer Photo, or she has a personal account, Meet the Royers. And she's a local photographer who can do shoots in the park, and we had a shoot for our whole family on Dapper Day, which is when people get dressed up to go to the parks, including some of each of us individually, as well as lots of family shots. So I'm just starting with this one. The Glitter Girl collection includes this alphabet print. There's also a number print, but today I want to use this alphabet print and cut it apart to make my title. And I'm afraid I'm just going to go for the very obvious, and since it's a Disney album, I'm going to go straight to the word magic. So I'm going to cut out the boxes for that one. And I'm hoping that then I can use some of the other letters on titles on other pages so that it kind of reappears throughout the album. I think that would be a nice little thematic thing to continue. To give this some contrast, I'm going to add white, just plain white cardstock at the top. Now both of these cardstocks that I've used, the pink and the white, are texture. They're different textures. And I do prefer, if I am going to embrace something like a solid color instead of a pattern, then I do like to keep texture on the page because I don't know. Texture always makes me a little bit more excited about a design. So normally it comes from pattern, but sometimes just texture within a solid color is okay too. I think it's going to help with my plan for these pages to be a little bit more white and airy than others that I may have made over the years. Right. I was just trying to get this so that this pink wasn't right in line with that pink. I wanted it to be a little bit more offset. And I end up with 3 small letters here. So I think what I'm going to do is put that I on some pop dots so that it doesn't all get too plain there at the end where the letters are the same size. Should make it a little bit more exciting. Now here's another thing that I don't normally do that I'm trying out to go with this white airier look, and that is I'm not inking anything thus far. We'll see how long that lasts as well, I'm not sure. But yeah, if I did start inking on something like this, I think it would definitely be gray. Just to keep it lighter. I definitely wouldn't want brown or black because although there's the wood grain here, which would be tempting to use the brown, I think brown ink would just make everything heavier and muddier, and that's exactly the opposite of what I was hoping for with the intent of making things a little more airy. That nice white sky, because we did have we had a few days of really blue sky, but we had quite a few days of a white sky, either because it was a little bit overcast and yet still bright behind the clouds, or because it was actually raining and I just exposed the photos to look like they were white, like it was white rather than gray. Now this was taken in bright, bright sunshine, so there was a blue sky, but a lot of light, and often you can then go, if you're going to expose toward the lighter side, you're going to get a white sky. And of course this is pavement here and it looks white as well. So it's all in how the photo is composed. Okay, I think I'm going to lighten this up with the vellum here, but I'm a little unsure of where I'm going to go from here. So I need to choose some embellishments and that'll help guide my direction, I think. I am going to use the vellum, but I'm going to put more pattern with it because it is too much solid for my eye. So here we go. I'm going to go with this cloud paper. This is also from the project pad. Offsetting this so that it's not in line with that. And then I'm going to put the vellum over the top. And there's plenty here that's going to be covered. I'm just going to put the adhesive on that side. I'm just seeing, do I want it to be right in line? Or do I like it with the little border around? And I do, I like that little border, so I'm going to leave that. Except I didn't get it straight. Let's try again. Okay, that's straight, and now I can tuck it under. Go under there, please. Thank you. And I'm going to embellish with these 2 sticker items. So this is the 6x12 sticker sheet from Glitter Girl. So this is the one that's on that matte cardstock with the holographic. And then the sticker book, which is a 30-page book of stickers, some paper, some clear, some shiny, some holographic, some letters. There's just all sorts of different stuff in there that all coordinates with the Glitter Girl collection. Yes, that was a page if you haven't seen this. That's very exciting to me. Purple and navy. Thank you very much. Really exciting to me. Yeah, these are all very thin stickers because they are meant to be easy to use in planners and bullet journals and things like that where you don't want a lot of bulk. But if you do want to, I mean, they work on scrapbook pages absolutely fine. And if you want them to be a bit thicker, you can just map them, of course. But yeah, you get a lot in there. Okay. Enough about that. So what I was thinking was that I might do a border sticker here because I love this pink holographic star. And because I've got this end on show and not that end, I need to take it from this end of the sticker sheet. So let's see. Right there. And that's going to come in here. I am, in the next few days, going to prepare all my photos from this trip and do a big, proper photo order from Persnickety Prints. But I have printed just a few at home to get started because I always think I should not waste that creative energy that comes straight from something. So while these are new and wonderful to my brain, I'm going to do that. Okay, what else does this need? Well, it needs a place for journaling, and then it's going to need more embellishment over that. Just toying with the idea of whether I should journal straight onto the vellum or add a card. So what I'm going to do to have a look is I had some journaling from another page that I tried it on vellum and then I didn't end up using it. I ended up just writing it onto the page. So I'm just going to use this to kind of get an idea of what that would look like. It's certainly legible, but it's not particularly dynamic. I might like the idea of a box instead. So I'm going to pick a few journaling cards and see what looks best. I tried a couple of the 4x6 cards, but I think they're really heavy in terms of how big they are with everything else that I've got. I just feel like I need something that's a little smaller and more delicate. So instead of those cards, I'm going to go with a really simple pink and wood grain one here from the sticker book because that's going to pull in the wood grain that I've got up there. And I'm going to build just along this way. Now, these stickers don't pull up easily, so I'm going to try to build this piece as I go rather than stick it down, because my instinct and my normal working process tends to be that I just stick as I go and then I pull things up to put them underneath. But I know with those particular stickers it's not that straightforward. So I'm going to try to get it all worked out as a line of embellishments first and then stick it all down. Just getting some little pieces from the 6x6 book cut down to size. I might make that one just a little bit smaller so that they're not exactly the same. Take a little bit off the top of that one. Okay. Unicorn is not for this page, but I might put that pink one in. I'm not sure. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay, let's tidy up this edge. A little bit of adhesive just to get this set so I can kind of see how it's going to come together. It's all going to be tucked under those stars, so I don't want a huge variation across this top because I want it to all go nice and neat under there. And I've got journaling bit here, so that's going to go right up next to that. All going to get tucked under like that. I think I'm good. Okay, that's relatively simple. There's going to be more layers, but for now I am set. So now just to pull all of this up and tuck it underneath. Needs to go up. Whoops. Okay. So do that one and then add these. Should work. Nope, that's got to come down. Just wanting to get some contrast in here so that I'm not losing the pink in the middle, but not wanting to lose the legibility of the make on that middle card. Oops, oops. Now I'm just pulling the whole thing off. We'll get there, we'll get there. That's it. Okay, now this is very pink. I've lost all of my other contrasting color, so I am going to come back to that with some of the other items, and I definitely want to bring the turquoise in there, maybe some purple too. This navy indigo type color would be great. So let's see what I can do in these smaller ones. And this Think Happy. Let's see if that will fit right there. Yes. Pull these stars up yet again. Pop that one in there. That's okay, that's pretty even. I've not lost the pink border along the side there. Let's have some things with movement for the turquoise, so movement being things that I can bounce around rather than just more boxes. So I'm going to use these little turquoise stars. I've got a big one here too. So I can put that here in the center of all that pink and break it up a little bit. And then bring the smaller one back over to this side. And I think I might pull in the floral here as well. I'm wondering about putting a floral piece in here that kind of goes above there and curves down here. So I've got some curvy ones here. They do have the gold finish. I don't always love mixing the white with the gold. Oh, but the gold ones are not clear. The others here are clear, so the other layers would show through. Let's give it a try. See what happens. So if that curved down like that, stay. I don't love that little spot there, but otherwise that's okay. And then the other one to curve up here, maybe I just use this smaller one. I do actually have that same piece, but maybe. That one is a little bit better. Or do the flowers really, they really do change the tone quite a lot. Okay, I think no. I am going to put stuff up here, but it's not going to be these as long as I can get them off. Come on, flowers. Yeah, here they come. No problem. Instead, let's see. I'm going to bring in some of these little phrase stickers. Oops, that's not straight. And it's not angled in a way that looks like it's supposed to be there. So let me try again. That looks a little better. I am going to come back to these rainbow dots and scatter them all around there. I think I better stop and fill in this journaling first so that then I know if I need to add more room here or if I'm all good. With the journaling on the page, I'm actually a little worried about there being too much blockiness and horizontalness, so I'm going to take these two little strips off for the moment. They may come back, but for the moment, I'm going to take them to the side and go back to those little colorful circles because I'd really like, whoops, if I can get this one off, I'd really like to make sure it's not really blocky. And I was just feeling like between these blocks and these blocks that by adding those I was just extending this block building mayhem, and I'd like to get color and some curves and some bounce happening here. So I'm going to use these holographic circles, and also there's a page in here with stars. These. Okay, so to start with these. And these are going to go right on top of the letters, and then the circles are going to go in the white space around the edge. So I have 3, 1, 2, 3. And now for all those dots. Okay. I wanted more of that color, and I've got that color in the dots. So I can start bouncing those around. Now I just put that one on the edge because I'm so used to doing that, but I'm going to bring it out into this open space. Let's see if that helps. So I've got a triangle of that color. Got some turquoise too. And what I was thinking was that there's going to be this big triangle for each color, but also then if I use 3 colors, I could have each little grouping become a triangle too. So it'll be a triangle of triangles. Could I get any more geometric here? And then I haven't used purple here. I want to bring in the purple because that's in my dress. I do have it on the page because I've got the purple in that stripe, but I'd like to make more of it. So there we go, a triangle of triangles. Where's this one going to go? Yep. Now that's a bit deliberate. I want something that's a little bit less predictable, like sprinkling some mist on there, but I need to get a color that will work well. Everything I've got on my desk here is not the right colors. Let me find something. Since I used the purple, navy, and turquoise here, I'm going to go with pink, and I'm actually going to try 2 different pink mists together so that I have one that's a little bit darker, one that's a little lighter. So I've got Mr. Huey Piglet, which is no shine or anything, that's just a solid pigment. And then this one, Tattered Angel's Chalkboard Mist, which has a little bit of sparkle, and it is a more intense saturated shade, but it has a chalk finish. Right, so I'm just going to go to the same places that I put the stickers, and I'm just going to grab something to cover this. I'm going to start with the light one. If it wants to open, there we go. And if I remember correctly, it dries lighter than it just went on, I hope, because that was quite dark. Okay, I'm trying not to go over the top because I'm remembering that I am putting on a second color. So although this is only a couple little drops, I think I'm better to wait and see what happens with this one. And yes, I am watching those dots with exactly the same eye that you are, going, ooh, they look dark. They look very red. Are they going to come up? And this bottle does not want to open. Well, there we go. Come on. Oh, well, definitely went that time. Right, now to let it dry and see how it looks. That's still drying. I definitely like the chalkboard one better than the Piglet. I maybe should have tested. But it still has a way to dry, so we'll see. I did decide that the little bit of shine on the chalkboard one I really like. And I'm not using gold because I was saying I prefer not mixing the gold with the white quite often. So instead, I'm going to go with white color shine just to get more shine on there. And today, none of my mist wants to open, so that's fun. There we go. This one, I just want, I mean, it's really going to be quite subtle. It doesn't dry like a big white bit of paint. But I also thought it might calm that red down a little bit. Oh, I like how it's drying on the pattern because it doesn't dry as white, it dries as kind of a pearlescent dot over the top. So I'm afraid I'm going with the more is more philosophy here, and I'm just going to keep on sprinkling it over the top. There we go. I have this big blocky piece up here for the A, and I feel like I could do some sort of a larger piece here, but obviously not a letter. That wouldn't make sense. So have a look at the embellishments. Maybe I need to break out the die cut pack and see if I've got a nice piece there that would fit. I've thought about this quite a lot. I'm not sure. Is it okay to put this die cut on a picture, on a page with a picture of yourself? I don't know. Consider it a pep talk to myself. I'm saying it's okay. So if you have this die cut and you want to use it with a picture of yourself to give yourself a pep talk, you have my permission. It is okay. I'm saying so. And I'm going to try this one, which is not a blocky shape. Is it going to fit just right? It's not. Because look what happens. This shape up here gives me little gaps there that I don't love. And also, I think it brings in, I know all these colors are already here down the side, but I think that just crosses the line between lots of little things and chaos. So that's going back. I could do the camera though. It's very pink though, even though it's got purple at the bottom. Everything is getting very pink here. I need things that are not quite so pink. Ahaha, I have a purple camera. And I took off the little piece that said Free Spirit, so I could put it back on in a bigger one. And tuck it under all those pieces there. Nope, if I tuck it under, it's not going to work. How about some clouds, because I've got clouds there. So I could do clouds here. That would give me white against white, but I've got a pink cloud too. Hold on. That's not going to work. I'm just looking at where I can start to build so that I don't end up with a gap, like a little bit of that blue peeking through like that or something. So what I'm going to do is bring in that pink. This purple camera is going to go over the top there. This white cloud I want this one a little bit straighter. Or do I? I know, it's getting to border on chaos. There's a lot going on there at the moment. I think it's going to be okay. It's going to be a fine line. That probably means that some of you are going to go, yep, cool, and some of you are going to go, nope, 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 you should have stopped. It's okay. It's in my album, not yours. It's fine. Right, I want that to go there. I have another cloud up here. Do I want to add? Yeah. Normally, if I just keep adding, eventually it gets all tied up again and feels like it belongs. I will admit, I am struggling with having so much solid in the background between the pink and the white that I just feel the need to keep adding. And I know that might not be the answer for everybody, but that's where I am right now. Okay. I want this darker color. Where do I have that? Oh, okay. I have it in these photo corners, which I'm going to put onto this picture. Just to give a little bit of definition to those corners. Just around the picture. Because there's going to be lots of other stuff, so even though this photo is a bigger than normal print, it might start to fade into all the other stuff, so this will help it bounce out a little bit. Super easy to use, yay. Okay, turquoise star is going along there. Pink letters that I'm going to spell down here if I've got all the letters I need. I have no ends. Okay, that's not handy. I can do magic, but I can't do kingdom. But I have coordinating alpha over here. Oh, did I miss it? Yeah. Okay. So I will start. Well, I'm going to spell backwards, but the end here is going to be in the navy, the second word, and the first word will be in the pink. Could also have mixed them up, but I like the idea of that color that I wanted to bring in a little bit more being all together, because then it will be heavy enough to really read as a use of that color and not just a sprinkling. In fact, I decided it would be stronger still if I just did the whole phrase in that same navy rather than mix it with the pink, because the pink just looked a little bit weak with the pink against the pink. So navy for that nice contrast, and that should do it. Now, all I really want to add now is some small floaty type scattered embellishments here to soften this up, because it's kind of blocks with softness. The clouds are a bit softer than all of this kind of reverse L box madness. So I'm going to try to scatter some more little bits and pieces through there. I've got some enamel dots here. I think that the darker purple or the lavender. The darker is actually a nice little contrast, and it's better with the dress, so maybe that's my answer. Okay, whoop, nope, that wasn't where I was going. I was going to go down here, and then up here. And I think I need to bring at least one of those little strips back. Now something just over here in this corner. That works. Maybe these smaller ones are in there too. And I've got enough that I can do, could even do all 3 shades of purple, sort of. Up here I can do the darker one. There we go. And then back to the smaller stickers. So I can do a star there. Got some more of those little pink stars. Yep. Put one down here. Got a little white one that I can put with these dots. I want to go onto the white space of the photo here. Yep, and then I can just frame that letter there. Overlap it on top of that camera. Just make it so that it's not going to squish since that camera is picked up. There we go. And I've got one more white one there. And then maybe I just need sprinkling of pink, but I don't particularly want to bring the mist down here because it's not going to work well on the vellum. I do have pink enamel dots. Do I have anything else that's small and pink? I've got these little dot stickers. Now these are not shiny ones. They're just clear little dots. What happens with those? Don't like it over the layers because it's transparent, so let's try it. Oh, that didn't work. Let's try again. That's better. No, I think it's too much. I know that's shocking. Okay, bring that back. Maybe this will do it. So if I bring one more pink star and I make that a little grouping with a big splash of pink there. I just need like one little pink star there. So surely I've got one little pink star somewhere. Yeah, I've got a clear one there. Yeah, and a not clear one here. Oh, but that's the same. It's the same pink as that. I'd rather have the brighter. Keep looking, keep looking. Stars on a bit like that. Words. Oops. Got it. Big pink star's already gone. Squares. Clear circles well. I have one here. No, that's too much like that one. I'm gonna get there, but it's gonna make all the difference in the world, I'm convinced. Okay, what have I got left on here? That one's red. But what I could do is cut out one of those. I think that is my best bet. So, let me go from this corner, or this edge, and then just tidy it up. So that it's a little bit more like it was meant to be, that one, and wasn't just torn off of a border. That's a secret between you and I. That's it. Finished! Right. Trying to remember how to scrapbook. I did take 2 and a bit weeks away from my desk, and it does always get tough when I come back. But it's there. I'm going to put the date just here. I need to double check it, make sure I have it right. But that's everything. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to see more Disney pages, I do have a class with 55 videos. It takes you through an entire Disney album. It's called A Most Magical Scrapbook Class, and you can sign up for it anytime and work through it at your own pace. So if you wondered why there's no videos on my channel, it was because I was doing that, videos all the time. 55 videos in total. So other than that, Journal Your Christmas starts this Friday. You're always welcome to join me for that. And if you are missing videos and you don't happen to check Facebook, I do try to do a live scrapbooking session on Friday. It's called Friday Live. I don't upload them to YouTube because the style is very different. I'm talking along with the audience. I often talk about a lot of random rubbish while I'm making the page rather than just talking about the page design. But it's free to join in. It's free to say hello in the comments, or you can just watch it later if you prefer. So you can find more of that if you just search for Shimelle on Facebook, or you can go to shimelle.com. Thanks so much. I hope to see you soon.